Alright guys, so another episode of My Ultimate Team, and this week we have my Weekend League and Division Rivals rewards. Now this is postcom, and what I can tell you is my Division Rivals rewards were okay. Not the greatest, but I mean like 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 probably. But my Weekend League rewards, hands down 1 out of 10, the worst rewards I've ever gotten in any FIFA since there's been a Weekend League. So to make up for that, at the end of it I've tagged on a viewers rewards who, I guess his Weekend League picks were slightly better than mine, but he did get an untradeable 300k plus player. So you'll see more of that later on. But yeah, before I get into the video, please do leave a like, leave a thumbs up, please do subscribe as well, and leave a comment really. That's all I ask for. Even if you're not watching the entire video, just do those 3 things. But let's get into the video itself. Now the market has plummeted, like honestly, like I made so many investments, and what I did was, and it was a bad thing, was I made the investments, and if you look at the last video, then there's players that I've invested in, but I held onto them for too long. If I relisted them straight away, I would have made profit, but instead I held onto them too long. But one thing that I did do is I saw an eventual market crash, so I started listing them as I went on. Now there's a lot of people out there who would have invested and they would have not listed them, and they would have lost a lot of coins. Now I didn't even break even, I don't think, but again, like the market's it's on its horse at the moment. There's nothing you can do about it. There is ways you can still make profit. I have been making profit, and I'll get into what I've been doing. Hint, hint. It's the league SBCs, but I'll get onto that in a bit. But for now, let's talk about my 2 red picks, my 2 horrific red picks. So the first one, we have 281s, a 79, and a 76. None of them are going to get anywhere near my starting lineup. I mean, I was kind of lost for words at how bad they were, to be honest. I just look at them. I grinded 20 wins, and this is what I'm rewarded with. 20 wins for this. Now look at this. An 81, a 276s. Are you having an effing laugh? 276s, and 3 of those players were in the first one. Like honestly, like it had my blood boiling. Like 20 wins for what? Is it even any point playing a weekend league to get garbage like that? Well, those were my red picks, and there's nothing else I can say about them really. Let's get into the packs now. Now what I've done is I had quite a few packs, so I've just edited it, so it's only the pack opening animation. So we're gonna get into the packs now. So my division rivals and FUT champs packs, I've sped up all the footage because they were horrific. But look, Dubravka in the first one, and I think the rest of them, like these are all jumbo premium gold packs, I believe. But this is a prime example, guys. Like just don't spend money on packs. Just don't do it. Don't buy FIFA points. If you're gonna spend money on FIFA, then buy coins and use that to either open packs. Don't do that though, and just buy the player you want. Really, it's just not worth it. Like look at these packs. Some of them are horrific. Like this one here, I think it was just not even a rare player. No, this one was Iniesta. But there's like, and then this next pack, it was Renato Augusto. I think it's the second time I packed him as well. I think this is the final pack before I get into just the player packs. But yeah, man, some of these were god awful. No, did Amrabat. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. In this pack, I got Van Aanholt and Fredericks. Both of them are great starter fullbacks. And you know what? They should be worth around at least 10k. But they were actually worth around 10k a couple of weeks ago. Not even a couple of weeks ago, 1 week ago. But now they both discard value. Like, it's silly. I don't know what's going on with the market. Now, these are 2 prime mixed players packs. And who did I get? In the first one, you get Clinton Mata. Yeah, who is he? Same question I've got. And in the next one, we get Dembele. He's actually a really good player in real life. But in this one, I actually got Traore, which is good because he's going to go into that SBC. More on that in a minute. In this pack, we got Gudelj. And in this rare mega pack, we get, I think this was a semi-decent pack. We get Digne, yes. He's an 84. And this is another example. Now, I got Felipe Anderson. Now, bear in mind, he was playing for FC Porto, but his West Ham card used to go for, what, 40k? Now, look at this. 2k for that card. It's unreal. Market's on his, well and truly on its arse. In this pack, who do we get? Belgian striker, Lukaku. So, finally, a good pick. I think he's worth around 15 to 20k. Might even be a bit more. I've actually played against him. He's a good player. So, the next pack we get, it's another boards. It's Renato Augusto again. Now, who have we got in there? We've got Lindelof. Now, he's good because he's going to go into the SBC as a rare UCL player. Now, I'm going to leave the footage for the rest of these packs. The rest of these packs, I believe, they're all rare players packs. So this is a 50k pack, and look at what I got in it. Like, look at that. For a 50k pack. This is a 100k pack. And let's have a look. It's not a walkout. It's not even a board. 100k pack, and it's not even a board. It's Korea. Or Korea. Not sure how it's pronounced, apologies. But look at that. There's Richarlison, who used to be worth 30 or 40k. And now look at him. He's at 8k. Like, the market's destroyed. Like, a lot of people would have invested in him just before the weekend leagues, in the hope that, you know, when the weekend league is out, people will need a Richarlison. So they would have put, you know, 300k into 10 of him. And then what would have happened? They would have had to sell him at 10k each and lost 20k per card. 200k they're going to lose. This last rare players, jumbo rare player pack. And this is what I got. I got Sergio Herrera, the same goalkeeper that I got in my red picks twice. And now look at the rest of that. That Morata will come in handy. This is another thing. These were going for 10k when the SBC launched, but now he's going for 2k. Don't do it in the hype. Wait for a while. I'm going to go and talk about how I've been making money. So I've been buying all the players from the various leagues, taking advantage of the fact that the market's on its arse. So let's go to Bundesliga, because I've actually done Bundesliga. So if I filter it by silver, you'll see that I more or less have every single card that's going for less than 1k. Now, I started doing this before the silver objectives came in, so a lot of them I did get for cheap, but now they're starting to go higher because the silver objective cards are needed for the silver player. So you want to go into FUT, and I've put it up here quickly, but I'll move it into the top right hand corner. You filter it by whatever league you're in, whatever club, and I've gone with defenders. Then you go into the game console, League 1, LOSC, Lille, defender, silver. I've done gold here because I need to buy the gold players, so I need to buy that top raw players. Filter it by 150 minimum bid, 500 max, and then you just look at each player in the list and you bid on him. Now what I do is I bid on 2 of each player, and the reason I do that is I keep one to send in a club and the other one I sell for a profit. So if I buy him for 450 coins, I'll always list him for 550 and he'll always sell. With silvers it's a bit more easier. You can bid and buy one for, like, let's say 400 coins, and you can list it for 800, sometimes even 1,000, and they'll sell straight away. What you want to do is, once you have won them, you send them to your club. The ones you don't, you relist, and then the ones that you've obviously lost out on bid, you go into your transfer targets, and then you remove all the duplicates. So, for example, we've got 2 Reynaldos there, so I can remove one of them, and then you go and compare price, and you just go ahead and you just bid on them all. So you'll find the ones that are, you know, 400 coins current bid. You bid 450, move on to the next one, and then you just rinse and repeat. Once you've won X amount, if you've only won one, perfect, you send it into your club. If he's a duplicate, or you've won 2, send one into the club and the other one you list for a profit. You always list it for higher than what you paid, and they will always sell within that first hour. And that way, what you're doing is you're preparing for the league SBC, but at the same time you're also making a profit, because you're making 100 coins profit. So essentially what you will end up with is all the players for a particular league, but you won't have spent any money on it. If anything, you'll have bought them and you've also made a profit. But then when the league SBC actually lands, you then go ahead and either complete the SBCs if you want the player, or the packs, or you just sell them for inflated prices. And that's how I've been making money, and that's the way you can still do it. So I've done Bundesliga, I'll finish off League 1, then I'm probably going to go for the likes of the Turkish Super League, etc. But that's what I've been doing. Now, a quick mention on the SBC that landed. Now, if you go into the objectives, this is the silver one that I was mentioning. There's a silver, you need silver players, so a lot of the silver players for Bundesliga, League 1, they'll have gone up like quicker players, so focus on the other players. But if you go into this UCL group stages, and they do this every year, if you look at this, the first reward for this, group goals, 2 UCL common player pack, they were going for 10k when the SBC launched at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, I think it was. So there's a bit of advice for you. Never do the SBCs in hype. You can buy them now for 2k as well, but you can get 2 players there for free. But that's it on the SBCs. Now from here, I'm going to tag on a viewer's footage. So I'll be doing commentary on that, so we'll move into that. Once I've done that, I'll come back and I'll talk about the team that I'm currently using, any upgrades I need to make, and the team I'm going to use in the next in the next weekend league. So on the back of my packs being so bad, I've gone and got a viewer's footage. Now, he managed to finish, yes, Goal 2 in the weekend league. So I've got his footage for his player picks and also his division rival rewards. And his were, well, you'll see what his picks are now. So his first pick, he's got Kudos, Al Arabi, Levy. Wow. I mean, they're not much better than mine, but I guess he's going to go with the highest rated one, 82 for an SBC. Yeah, he's actually got pretty high shooting for the second one. Oh, wow. He's got the same striker and right wing back that I got. But yeah, you're going to go with Bamba there. That's a no-brainer. Bamba will be a decent super sub, but otherwise, some horrible rewards. So his packs that he got from his division rivals. Now I've got the hindsight of knowing who he packed, which is why I've added this into the footage. But the first pack, he doesn't really get anyone. He gets Bakayoko. Now I'm going to speed the packs up because I don't want the video to be too long. I've also edited out some of the lesser packs from his division rival rewards. But in his second pack, he gets a walkout. Oh wow, he got Laporte. Not bad at all. He must be going for around, 25k? He was going for much more than that before, but I think he checks in a minute. Or he might have already checked. He's checking there. He might go into his starting lineup. Oh, okay, it looks like he's going for around 18k, which isn't bad. And he's got Nathan Ake here from his player pick. Nathan Ake is a decent player as well. He's got the untradeable one to watch. And then his final rare mega pack, who does he get? He gets Spanish right back, Aspilicueta. Yeah, that's good for fodder, I guess. I'm not sure if he's worth anything right now. But yes, so those were his these weekend league packs. Now he's probably around the same as me in terms of rank wise. I'm probably slightly better purely because I played the game longer. Oh wow, he got Kante, and this is a massive pull, but you'll see in a minute. I've got the hindsight of knowing his team already, and well, this is really annoying because Kante's 300k, and he's an endgame player, not an endgame player, but a player that if you put into your team now, I mean, if I got Kante, he'd go into my team until like March of next year. But you'll see here that you don't see him here because he's a duplicate. And the reason why that's bad is if you look in the top right hand corner there, they're untradeable items. So he's got a duplicate untradeable Kante. Can you imagine the look to pack Kante twice, both untradeable, back-to-back weeks in division rival rewards? The advice I gave him was to discard it and then recover it with a recovery tool and then put it into the Koscielny SBC. So he also packs this Lloris, so we can actually have Lloris, Koscielny, and he's got Gomez in his team at the moment, but we'll get into his team in a minute. That's Zakaria. It's probably worth a lot as well, actually, and it's a UCL card. But yeah, those were his rewards. They were much better than mine. This is his team. His team is actually much better than mine as well. He's got Gomez. He packed him, I believe. This Kante, he's got untradeable, packed. First owner, solid card. I'd love to have him. I actually packed the Rashford untradeable, and he's used him, so he went ahead and picked him up. But yeah, that's his team. He can actually change his team to get more players on Chem. I'll talk to him about that later. But yeah, I told him that if he did that Koscielny SBC, he can put him left centre back, pick up Theo Hernandez to play left back, move Kante to left centre mid, put Lloris in goal, and then everyone besides Koscielny will still be on full Chem. So I think he's going to test that out. But there's his Rashford. He bought him for 210k. I think it was 140k for Martial, both of which have dropped a lot. And who else has he got in his club? These are all players that he's packed. But yeah, that's his team. And this is my team. Now, in terms of how I play and how I've used him in the weekend league, I did play around 15 games with Ricardo Pereira right back. He was off Chem. To be honest, I just got a Wan-Bissaka in because he's a bit more defensive. And one of the formations I use when I'm behind is a 3-4-3. So what happens is Ricardo Pereira normally drops in at centre-back and he's got high attacking work rates, whereas Wan-Bissaka has high defensive work rates. So when he goes into the centre-back role, it actually suits him. So I've been using him at right-back. He's a solid option. I also have Henderson. He's pretty good, I guess. He does a job. But at half-time, he always goes off for a Marcos Llorente, which I picked up for 3.5k. What an absolute bargain. He's such a complete central midfielder. He's like a budget Hullet, I'm not even going to lie. Fred, I can't say any more about him. He's amazing. I bought him for 30k. I think he's about 20k, one of the few players that have retained value. Kai Havertz, I bought for 90k, I believe. He's going for around 70k. I play him left cam. Again, he is really good. He's really quick. His finishing is really good, and he's 4-star. In the second half, I tend to put Rashford out wide, and I play him in the cam role because Rashford's much quicker. But yeah, the formation I tend to play is a 4-2-3-1. Two CDMs being Hendo and Fred. Cam, Rashford, right cam, Pepe, left cam, Havertz, up front, Calvert-Lewin. Orsic normally comes on for Pepe at halftime, as does Marcos Llorente. Then I've got Insigne on the bench if I need to bring on more pace. But that's the team. In terms of improvements I can make, that Thiago Silva, I'm thinking about getting rid of him and replacing him. Again, same with Reguilon. I'm thinking about getting Alex Telles in. But with the way the market's going, I'm going to try and wait for... I mean, Black Friday is going to be in about a month. And a Black Friday crash may well make... I dread to think what's going to happen to the market for a Black Friday crash, so we'll see what happens then. This seems good enough to get me gold one in the first week, so really that's all I can hope for. But that's it for today's video. It was 2 weeks after the first one, but the market's crashed and they made that silly improvement to division rivals, which means that you either play your division rivals games before the weekend league, so I'll probably get in around 5 to 10. The moment you finish your weekend league, you've used up your 30 quota for the division rivals. I think that the reason they did it is they didn't want people... They want people to either focus solely on division rivals and get good rewards, or solely on FUT champs. If you want to do both, then that means your Thursday and Friday is basically full of division rivals. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you like the video, thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.